Good morning, welcome to BFM's Morning Headlines. It is Tuesday, the 10th of June 2014. I'm Lee Chwi Lynn, and in the headlines today, it's the Johor Bill, it's the Taliban, it's the World Cup. We are all over, so we better get started. The Johor Bill has been passed, admittedly with 10 amendments, somewhat limiting the power of the Sultan. People continue to be quite concerned about potential loopholes. Some say that this provides enough of a check and balance, and either way, it's been passed with a 2/3 majority, so what's done is done, and we're going to have to see how that plays out. They insist that it is still done for the good of the people and that we should trust the Sultan and that the Sultan knows what he's doing, so, make what you will. And Utusan Malaysia, as promised, is covering the two major headlines of the day. We have Tiada Kuasa Mutlak over here, no absolute power for the Sultan of Johor. And on the other end of that, we have Taliban attack Karachi Airport. Now, this was a siege that began on Sunday, I believe, and we have over 28 people dead. 10 militants were the ones behind it. All 10 have passed away along with the other 18. They're basically promising more attacks, so sadly, this is a headline that we may see more of. The New Straits Times are also covering that. Bill passed, as well as 28 dead in Karachi attack. Now, since the headlines are similar, I thought we could also go with what's on the pages inside, which is our Prime Minister making his World Cup call. So if you wanted to say Spain will win the World Cup and then say, the Prime Minister said so, you could maybe do that. Continuing the strange mishmash of news on the front page is The Sun, which might actually be my favorite front page of the day because we've got Johor... wrong side. We've got Johor Bill passed over here, but we also have, again, kind of World Cup feverish, elephants playing football because, Thailand, World Cup fever, as well as 3 prisoners fly out of jail. I hope you can see that story because basically 3 prisoners in Quebec, Canada, helicoptered out of a jail. And in case you're thinking that Malaysia is the only place in which strange people have strange powers, Canada, doing us proud. Berita Harian, same but different, with the Johor story going over here, Karachi up here, and the Cadbury story because we just can't get enough of chocolate. And actually that's it. We have the Malay Mail making brief mention of the Johor housing bill, but mostly focusing on the news that there might be a cabinet reshuffle on Friday. With the re-entry of MCA into our cabinet, that might cause some movement along with, and those are the people. Play a guess who? Check that out. But anyways, major news. Cabinet reshuffle people expected to be affected include Datuk Sri Syamuddin Hussein, Datuk Sri S. Subramaniam, Datuk Sri Liao Tiong Lai. So we're gonna have to see how that shakes out. I mean, the story itself uses the word speculate more often than I use the word So I don't really know how this is gonna work out, but we'll see. And we've also got Sinar Harian, which is continuing a discussion on pork, the likes of which have not been seen outside of a Klang coffee shop. And we have the chairman of the National Fatwa Council, Tan Sri Dr. Abdul Shukur Hussein, basically saying that we should ignore Hardawi's fatwa. Now this is just, oh my, Lynn, be a lady. We were talking about confusion. We've been talking about how Cadbury has caused a lot of moral confusion among people, and this is just continuing that because nobody seems to be able to agree on when the term halal can appropriately be used in extenuating circumstances. Tan Sri Abdul is basically saying that, look, we are not in a country that is in a state of starvation, therefore pig gelatin does not have to be eaten, and to not confuse people, because apparently, yet again, we are all just really, really, really desperately easily confused. And that brings me to my word of the day, which is siege, as in the siege that people underwent in Karachi, but also the siege that we face every single day in this country with conflicting information coming out all over the place and nobody sure of what to report. Besieged by bad news. And that is it. You have been watching Morning Headlines with me, Lee Chwi Lynn, BFM 89.9.